Hello! So welcome to today's video. I am doing something kind of fun. I was actually in the process of cleaning out my foundation drawer and cleaning my bottles because I can't stand having dirty bottles, and I will show you. I use my caps sometimes as palettes, and sometimes it does get messy, and that really annoys me. The caps are dirty, so I'm cleaning everything and putting it in the drawers and setting up some stuff because I have a mess of things on my vanity here at my desk that I work on, and I just need to have everything organized. And then the thought crossed my mind, what would happen if I actually mixed every foundation that I own? So that's what we're doing today. I turned the camera on. I wasn't planning on filming. I was just cleaning. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to mix all of my foundations. And I have 11 of them to mix and see what happens. This is the end result. And although this looks nice, hopefully, on camera, we're actually going to go through the process of mixing, and I will show you up close each foundation that I'm mixing and what it looks like after they're mixed together, and as I apply them, what exactly is going on, because not every foundation plays well with others. Some don't like to be mixed. Certain consistencies don't mix well. I have a lot of different finishes, a lot of just stuff going on. So we're going to play together. We're going to get into it, and I hope you will enjoy this video. And if you want to see how this turned out and maybe have a laugh on me, then just keep watching. So I have all of my foundations out on my desk, and I'm going to show you what they are before I start mixing the products together. I have the NARS. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation, and I will list all of my colors down below as well. I have the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover. It's a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. The ABH Cosmetics CC Nude Glow Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. The Beautyblender Bounce Skin Tint. Rose Ink, the Skin Enhance Luminous Tinted Serum. Light Wonder from Charlotte Tilbury Rare Beauty Foundation. The Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. Armani Luminous Silk, and the Dermablend Flawless Creator Drops. So I'm going to start pouring all of these onto my palette. We're going to mix it and see what's going to happen. So I've got them all here, and they all are kind of similar in tone, except that one from Rare Beauty is very light. I have gotten some color, so I hope all of this together works out beautifully. If not, I can always add some bronzer to make it match my tan. But we are going to see how this is going to turn out. This could be a really good combination, or it could go very wrong. So I'm going to mix, and I'm going to apply all of this to my face. For my primer, I'm going to use this little sample from One Size. This is the Secure the Blur. This primer seems to work really well with the majority of these foundations when I've paired it, just this primer and the foundation without mixing with other things. So I really do enjoy this primer. I do think it works to smooth everything out, and I actually might end up ordering this in full size. So I'm going to just start with one side of my face, and I'm going to use my ABH Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush to start patting this in, and I do have my beauty sponge ready to go too. It seems to be decent. I do have to add some bronzer because it is a little light. This actually doesn't look bad. I'm shocked. This actually looks nice. It is light, you can see. It's okay, we're gonna do some bronzer. Then I'm gonna take my sponge. This is enormous, I know. This is a Sonia Kashuk sponge that is for the body, and I'm pretty sure it just says body sponge on the box. Got it from Target last year, and I'm just now getting around to using it because I had some other sponges I was using. This is huge compared to what it is. I mean, it normally is pretty big but when you dampen it, it does expand. But let me tell you, as silly as this may look, it makes blending foundations and concealers a breeze. Like this patting motion, I could get done with my entire cheek area, and it literally takes me just a few seconds. It's crazy. It's insane. It's pretty big, but I'm going to keep using it. So my skin right now, because I did get some sun, I actually started off with a really bad sunburn on my face. I was like a lobster, and on my arms. So I have some peeling around my nose, the bridge of my nose. My son, who's almost 9 months old, he kind of dug his nail right in here. It's not a pimple. So I've got some things that I need to cover, and generally speaking, with my skin condition right at the moment, it's not really in the best shape for wearing foundation because it is going through that peeling phase. However, regardless of the little flakes that you may see on camera here, I am shocked. I'm genuinely shocked at how all of this came together and looks pretty daggone decent. All in all, I think that all of these kind of came together really, really nicely. I do have to add bronzer because I am, my face is nowhere near my arms. I have to definitely add some bronzer. So I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and then show you what the finished look looks like. Okay, so I'm back with the rest of my face put on for the day, and this is the completed look. So I will kind of talk you through the products that I used for my eyes and concealer, lip products. So let's start with the concealer. Today's mix was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer in shade 3 mixed with my Huda Beauty 2.1N Meringue. This is the Faux Filter Luminous Matte Concealer, which is my favorite, but it is a little too light to match my tan. So I mixed in shade 3 from ABH, which is a little dark on its own for me. So the two of those together is what I have on, and it's a perfect match. Then I did set it with the Haus Labs setting powder. This is the Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. This is actually a really good powder. Then for eyes, I used some shades from the ABH Nouveau Palette. I am using mostly this shade here called Lily, which is a really pretty rose gold with a shimmer glitter like reflect to it that looks a little bluish and greenish. So I did that all over my lid, and then I took Wings in the inner corner and brought it up towards this Lily shade. In my crease, I have this color called Fleur, which is the warm tan shade there. Then I took Muse, which is a really dark brown color, for the lower lash line and as my liner. I did have a little mistake, so I ended up having to do a wing liner to fix the eyeshadow because I got a little too crazy with it. But overall, this is a nice palette. I do feel like some of the shades can be kind of difficult to work with. If I'm just being honest with you, that's the reason why I don't reach for this for tutorials very often. And also the fact that there are 3 shades in here that I can't even put around my eyes. It's not recommended or designed for the eyes. So if you have this palette and you have those shades and you've used them, let me know if you have had any reaction to putting them around your eyes, because I'm kind of curious about those shades. And now for the lip combo, which is really pretty. It's from Huda Beauty. I started off with the lip blush that recently came out in Coral Kiss. You apply this and kind of blot it off, and then I went over it with the cream lipstick, also from Huda Beauty, in the shade called Angel, which is a really pretty natural pink color. I feel like doing the lip blush first is kind of a thing that I've been doing since I got this in the mail when I placed my order at Sephora, because once my lip color, whether it's a lipstick or a gloss or even just lip liner, whatever I put over the top of this, once that wears off, I'm left with a bit of stain behind from the lip blush. So I think it's kind of cool to kind of layer it. This actually is really pretty. The color is a little bit deeper than I expected. I thought it was going to be a little bit brighter according to the color of the packaging, but nonetheless, it's still really pretty and a nice staining formula, and probably the only staining formula that I like so far out of the ones that I've tried. Oh, actually, I need to tell you what's blush and bronzer. I almost forgot. It's from this palette from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Lovegasm. So what I did was I used the bronzer, which I thought was going to be a little too dark for my skin tone because I am fair. It actually is a perfect color, and the formula is A+ on this. Then I took this blush and a little bit of this one here to give me a little bit more depth towards the back of my cheeks, not so much in the apples, because these are very shimmery and very luminous and dewy. And I didn't do highlighter just because those two blushes give you that blush and glow, and it gives you the highlight optional looking cheeks. So that's the glow that you're seeing. I don't think I need any highlight. I know it's kind of crazy for me to say no highlight for the day, but it's all this palette, and I've used all of these together, even the highlighter with these blushes, and it's absolutely beautiful. So if you haven't tried it, definitely would recommend that. And this is the full face. Everything is done, complete. Let's sort of assess what we've got going on here. And as I said before, I am very surprised at how all these foundations sort of worked together and applied well. Considering that my skin is very dry, it's going through that peeling phase after having a severe sunburn. I'm just beyond floored that this actually looks decent. I have some separating and peeling on my nose and through here, and just some areas where it's clinging. But again, like I said, considering that my skin is going through that phase of peeling after a sunburn, no matter what foundation I'm going to use, whether it's thin, if it's a full coverage, medium, a tint, nothing is going to look good when you have dry, patchy, flaky skin. It's all going to cling to those areas. So for this to kind of look as good as it does, I am extremely impressed. And I'm not saying that I'm going to do this again because I don't want to waste product, and I will show you my makeup palette. Still has a ton of product on here. This could probably give me at least another day's worth of makeup, which is unfortunate because it'll be dry by tomorrow. But that is a lot of product. So I wouldn't recommend doing this all the time, but just for fun, just to see how your foundation collection kind of plays well with each other, it's kind of cool to see. And I thought, why not just try it and just see how it turns out. So I'm glad it was a positive experience. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video and had some fun with me today. Everything is going to be listed for you in the description box. Every foundation and every shade that I wear in that foundation for reference in case you need that. And everything else I use for the full face look. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and we can hang out and chat on Instagram. It's always on the screen. I hope you guys are doing well. I'll catch you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.